Leo, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning February the 1st. Alrighty, so Mercury retrograde in Aquarius. We're also coming out of those remnants of the Leo full moon, okay? Venus enters Aquarius this week as well. So I wanted to focus on this concept of retrogrades. I mentioned at the beginning of the year when I began doing zodiac readings again that I'm intuitively collectively picking up on three frequencies, if you like, those that are first sort of awakening and having aha moments about a deeper desire for change, okay, or understanding patterning that has always been. The second level still is those that are ready to do the shadow work and clear the path and really get nitty gritty with understanding that. Thirdly, still is those that have done the clearings, yeah? And they're now experiencing the higher octaves, because like with any cosmic placements, it's like a recipe up there in the skies. They formulate certain frequencies. Everything's measured by degrees, and then it comes down and hits the collective. How we experience that is going to be unique to us all. And when light comes down, it's certainly going to hit us sometimes, and if there's been a drought, it's going to make mud, it's going to make it sticky and messy, but it is light nonetheless, yeah? So sometimes we don't want to see things, we're not ready to see them, but we know on deeper levels we have to. So take it however it resonates, okay? We all know and are familiar with the mainstream messaging out there, the fear-mongering that happens with Mercury retrograde, but what if all of that confusion and uncertainty and goodness me, is the grass greener, and did I make the right decision, and should I go back to the past? What if that only ever happens because we've made decisions in the moment where we weren't authentically aligned to self? Because it is in that space when we deeply know who we are, what we want, what our end game is, what values we stand for, what our boundary lines are. We will always recognize opportunity when it crosses our path immediately. Subsequently, we will also recognize that which doesn't resonate, yeah? And so we're never really confused then about what the right decision is for us. And that's what we're moving out of. We're moving out of this old paradigm of experiencing our empathy in burdening ways, in confusing ways. We're moving into a time of being empowered and centered and embodied in our higher knowing. So all this air energy this year is certainly going to push us to work with the realms of the mind and ask ourselves, is our mind our friend? How best do we work within this extremely fast-moving air energy? Because that's how it will be. And it is from perhaps this most empowered connection to self that we can work with retrograde energy, work with planetary placements, work with this air energy in our most empowered state too. All right, my lovely Leos, we have the 10 of Pentacles. The dynasty is at question, finances, career, business, building a long-term vision. What does this mean for you? Okay, maybe commitment is at play. You've got the moon energy here as far as uncertainty, following your dreams, being uncertain about where to take this thing, how to start this thing, where this thing is going. Okay, justice is at play, a lot of karmic timelines dropping. You've also got the 10 of Wands after some strong assessments, okay, and looking at things in a very, very practical way. What I do want to say is, what happened 4 months ago? There's something about 4 months ago, something hidden, unseen. Maybe this is sort of just coming to light now. Maybe this Mercury retrograde activates something that connects to 4 months ago is what I do want to say. All right, let's take a look, my friend. I'm going to have a look at hidden energies. I'm going to look at the challenge, and then I'm going to look at the need. As far as this might connect into your energetic need, your healing needs, this might pertain to areas of your life, okay? So unseen energies is a victory, or also this desire to move forward. There's a victory here, but you don't see it. Isn't that interesting? I want to rewind the clock back to last July. Okay, maybe you have Cancer in your chart. Maybe you are connected into a Cancer. There's something here about the journey thus far that, you know, you've been guided by the light and the shadows in one way or another. It's connected into this Ten of Coins energy. It's connected into your uncertainty about it. Following your intuition on how to get it, okay? You've been guided by your intuition. Karma has dropped. Old timelines have dropped. You've released old roles, old patterning, old beliefs, things that were no longer yours to carry. You've done some practical assessments and they will thus return to you. There's a lot of security here, is what I do want to say. So perhaps this victory is unseen and unexpected. It's hidden, okay? And like I've said to all of the zodiacs, the unseen energy, the hidden energies are yet to come. There's a victory here that you haven't quite come across yet, okay? So it doesn't mean it has to span into July. I don't think we have any Cancer moons anytime soon. All right, but take it however it resonates, okay? The challenge energy for you, my lovely Leos, is getting clear and being able to state with certainty who you are, what you stand for, what you want, okay? But, you know, the King of Swords, maybe you're dealing with this energy, Leo. You're dealing with an individual that sort of is not receptive to anything other than their own, you know, views. But I'm like, the King of Swords in its highest empowerment is a very respected individual. It's someone that knows what they, you know, knows what they stand for. They're a professional in their field. They sort of have strong, like they're the intellectual as well. They're the one so you would go to them for financial advice, accounting advice, business, whatever the case, legal advice. You know, the King of Swords is very just and so for this to be in a challenge position, maybe you're feeling challenged by being able to come to 100% certainty about where you want to take this thing, Leo, all right, so that you can enjoy this victory. But again, I want to remind you, this is hidden as far as not yet met in your timeline, is what I do want to say. The need, why do I feel like I need to push myself out of that? Have you been holding back? Like the need, literally, like when the Two of Swords shows up, is to take your own blindfold off for starters. This energy is nowhere near the Eight of Swords, okay? It's time to pull your reins in, pull yourself in from creating fears. Be very mindful of how our thoughts create things, and it's from the mind. A simple concept, a simple idea that dreams are all born because they spark our emotions, they spark our energy and drive to the point that we start to make actions, make that phone call, you know, apply for that job, whatever the case may be, and thus before you know it, there's a new reality being born. So the need is to stop holding yourself back. The need is to don't allow yourself to experience an impasse, especially if this is your challenge. As a challenge card, like, I'm not feeling the higher octaves of this, yeah? I'm wanting to, I'm desiring to, but I'm not. So how can I help myself? By getting out of an impasse, by getting out of my own mental constructs that create fear and are holding back. There's like, I'm afraid to make a move here. I'm afraid to make a decision. I'm sort of, and you might be gathering data from your intuition. You might be sort of like maybe this last full moon, Leo, was very much about you. So there's deeper questions at play as far as what realities and responsibilities you want to separate from after doing practical assessments. These could be sort of storylines you're going to be coming up against in the future. There's going to be a victory, I do want to say, but first it's going to start with you as far as taking that blindfold off, getting out of a stuck energy, getting out of an impasse, and making a choice. That's what's going to help you feel clear, okay, is what I do want to say. Because she's not even armed. She just has a blindfold. Like, she doesn't even give herself permission to feel empowered. Not that I'm saying that weapons are great, but you know, like, what if you took one sword in each hand? How would that make? That'd make you feel different to how she would feel right now, is what I do want to say. So it's like dotting your I's, crossing your T's will help you get clear on what you want moving forward. Maybe you literally need an advisor, okay? That's sort of, this is a bigger 3-year story, is what I do want to say, because with Saturn in Aquarius, look how Saturn, I know it looks different, but then Saturn has a different energy, doesn't it, when it's in Aquarius? There's a bigger story at play, a 2-year story about the dynasty. It might be connected into your dreams, your intuition, a deeper knowing as far as contracts, obligations, separating from karma that is no longer right for you, experiencing a victory. This could be more future focused as well, okay? So use this time, this Mercury retrograde, to get clear, dot your I's, cross your T's, as far as the game plan that you can action now. And the first step is to move out of an impasse if there is one. Is it just me, or do I see a 5 here? That's so interesting. Like when I hold it up to the camera, it looks like a 5. Look at all that hidden stuff. That's interesting. The last 2 to 5 years, 25, the 25th of February is relevant. Interesting when you really start to analyze the cards. Okay, I'll leave that with you. Hope you got something out of that, my lovely Leo. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link. And of course, if you're watching on YouTube, you'll find those same booking details in the description box below. Please do like, share, subscribe, and let your other empath, intuitive, and sensitive friends know where to find the channel. Until next week, my friend, have an amazing week. Take care.